All right. So, if you haven't taken last week's test yet, make sure you get in soon to take that. I have not. I've got the non-green ones. I've got corrected, but I don't have the green ones corrected yet. So I'll get those corrected tonight, and then I'll get those back to you on Thursday. Okay? We tweaked the schedule just a little bit today. We had these two. We had today and tomorrow flipped around originally, but here. But that's fine. Gives us a little more time to work on box plots. And then tomorrow, the kicker is tomorrow, you need to bring a charged Chromebook to class. Okay? So you got to have your charged Chromebook tomorrow in class because tomorrow we're doing a Desmos activity where we're going to make box plots on Desmos. Okay? So quick, easy to do. So there we go. All right. So this is in your note packet on pages 3 and 4. Okay. All right. Probably even extend into page 5 here a little bit too. Okay. But so this is what it's all about for a box plot. Okay. Now, if you turn to page 5. Okay, so if we're looking at page 5, I'm going to scroll all the way down here now. This is what a box plot looks like. Okay, so that's a box plot. It literally has a box, and it's got plotted on a data on a number line so we can know what our data points are. Okay, hence the name box plot. Okay, all right. So with that being said, let's figure out what we all have. Okay. So the very first thing that you need to do is you need to arrange your data in order. Okay? So that's the very first thing that you need to do is you need to order your data. Okay? Now, flip the page. Let's do that right now. Okay? Let's do these steps as we're going through these steps. Okay? So what is the first, what's my smallest data point? 7. Now, if you need to cross them out, that's fine too. What's next? 9. Next. How many 10s? 2 10s. Next. 2 11s. Next, 2 12s. Next, next, next. Okay? So we've got our data written out in order. Okay? That's step number 1. We've got to write out our data in order. Okay? Step number 2 is you're going to find what we call the 5-number summary. So the 5 numbers that you are looking for are right here. The first one is the minimum. Okay? That's going to be the smallest value, the first one in your new ordered list. Okay? So what is the minimum here? 7. 7 is my minimum. It's found right there. Okay? Another one of the 5 is the maximum. That's going to be your biggest number, or the one that comes last in your ordered list. What's our maximum in our data set? 15 is our maximum in our data set. Okay. Next of the 5-number summary is we need to find the median. Now, we talked about that last Friday, about finding the median. That's going to be the middle number of our ordered data set. So how many data points did we have in our set? 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I would concur with 11. So the middle one is which number? Not data number, order number. It's the sixth one, right? So I've got two sets of 5 then on either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this 11 right here is my median. Okay. With me on that? Okay. Now, we've got 2 more in our 5-number summary. And the 2 more that we have, the first one is called the first quartile. Okay? It is the median of the lower half of your data. So you do the median again on the lower half of your data. Okay? So since we had an odd number, we're going to take this data point out of the mix. So that's not part of our lower half. That's the median. So now I've got 5 numbers here. So this is going to be my Q1, my first quartile number. My Q3 number is going to be the median of the upper half of our data. So now I'm looking at the top half, 1, 2, and 3. The median of the top half would be 13. Okay. So now to go and to make my box and whisker plot, or my box plot, if you will, okay, I start with a dot at my minimum. But I'm going to go up above the line, not right on the line, up above the line. Okay. Then I move to my first quartile, and I put a line for that one above where that goes. Then I move to my median, and I would put the same sized line. Then I would move to my third quartile, put a line. Now that I've got those lines in, now I can draw in the rest of my box. And I can also draw in from my minimum. And then lastly, I put a dot again at my maximum and draw in that line. So what we've done is we've taken our data and we've divided it into quarters. So right here, between 7 and 10 is 1/4 of our data. Between 10 and 11 is another 1/4 of our data. Between 11 and 13 is the 3rd quarter of our data. and between 13 and 15 is our last quarter. We've taken our data and broken it up into 4 equal parts. Okay. Other numbers that we can get off of that data set, we can find something that's called the range. So I guess we didn't have to, I'll talk skew here in a minute. Okay? We can find the range. The range is going to be the highest minus the lowest. So max minus, actually let me just say that. Let's just say max minus min. What would the range of my data be? 8. 8. 15 minus 7 is 8. I would concur with 8. Whoa. This one down here at the bottom called IQR, that's called the interquartile range. Okay? So that's the range between your two quartiles. So that would be Q3 minus Q1. Okay? So Q3 minus Q1 is 3. Okay? Now, depending upon how your box and whisker plot looks, that's going to depend upon how skewed your data is. Okay? And what we're looking at in terms of the skew is you're looking at the length of these whiskers on the outside, okay, and where that median falls inside your box. Okay? So if that median is closer to the left, we call that right skewed. Okay? If that median is closer to the left, that means that there's more data that's spread out on the right side because that shifted left. Kind of a backwards relationship. Okay? Likewise, if that median line is shifted more towards your Q3 number, we call that left skewed. Okay? Good times. Okay? See down here? So your box, the spread of the middle 50% of your data is the box. The median line shows you your central tendency, shows you where that falls in terms of you really, ideally, in a perfectly distributed data set, that median would fall smack dab right in the middle. And that's where you would want it. If not, then we call it skewed. Okay? Gives you the overall range and any potential outliers. Okay? Questions on making a box plot? Let's try another one. This data shows the number of books read by groups of students, by a group of students. First thing that we got to do is put our data in order. Okay? Smallest, 5. Next smallest, 7. 8. 2 9s. 2 10s. 11. I got 2 12s. 13 and a 15, right? Yes, 13 and a 15. Okay. Minimum value, 5. maximum value, 15, which makes my range be 10, right? Max minus min, 15 minus 5 is 10. Okay. Median, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's 12 of them, right? So that means I have to take the average of 6 and 7. So what's the average of 10 and 10? 10. Okay. Q1, now I've got to take the median of that half of the data. So now when there's an even number, now I include those middle ones. Okay? Because it wasn't odd and we didn't have one specific median, I've got the median there. Okay? So that means that that's also even. So I'm going to take the average there, which is going to be 8.5 for my Q1. Agree with that? Then I take the median of the upper half, which is going to be 12. Which means my IQR is 3.5? 3.5. Dot at 5. Vertical line at 8.5. Vertical line at 10. Vertical line at 12. And a dot at 15. Yes? Love it. So this box plot here shows the annual rainfall in inches across different states in the U.S. What is the median rainfall based off of that data? 30? So maybe 30.5. It's a little bit higher, right? Right? Am I seeing that right? I just wanted to make sure it wasn't on my copy. So I go 30 or 30.5. Yep. Okay. The state with the highest rainfall recorded is how many inches? 58, 59, somewhere in that range? Yeah. I'd go closer to 59, probably. Yeah. Okay. Is this data left skewed, right skewed, or symmetric? for the both. Remember, we gotta think back, think opposite. So it's right skewed, right? Because my median is shifted to the left side of my box. So this would be skewed right. Range. What are we thinking the minimum's at? 16? Okay. So if we got 59 and 16, 43. About 25% of states have rainfall that is less than how many inches? Good question. About 25% of states have rainfall that is less than how many inches? It is not 30. That would be 50% because that's the median, right? So that purple line is the 50% line. So what are we going with? 24. I would go with 24 there also. About 25% of states have rainfall that is more than 41. Okay. Remember, each section represents 25%. So the first whisker, the left whisker is the first 25%. The left half of the box is 25% of your data. Right half of the box is 25% of your data. Right whisker is 25%. The interquartile range of rainfall. 17, 41 minus 24. Okay. Your homework this evening is the box plot data, which I think that it's okay. So it is pages 4 and 5 in your green packet.